Hello everybody, welcome to this video. This is going to serve as a tutorial for my game geoconquer 2. So I'm going to be doing this as Lithuania because it's a nice formula that we can do. So the first thing you do when you load in is you click a country and then you press yes to select it. And then you have all this info up here. This is your money. If you hover over it, you can see how much money you're making every month. These are your resources. They're not important right now. And political power and tech points, they're also not really important right now. This button abdicates, and this is the ledger here, which is pretty handy. So if you click on a province, you can see its data, its tax value, and what building it has, and who it's owned by. So every province at the start of the game has a tax value. So these ones have 1, this one is 3, this one is 7. And if you press the T down here, this is for tax. You can see how much value a province is worth. So if it's darker, then it has less value. If it's brighter, then it has more value. And you can press this one to see coasts and centers of trade, which are pretty handy. So green means it's a landlocked center of trade. Cyan means it's a coastal center of trade, and blue just means it's a coast. These two don't work right now. This is your relations map mode. And you can go back to P for political. Alright, so you have a lot of money, and you build buildings. I prefer to build barracks in low tax provinces because the cost scales with tax value. So this one would cost more than this one. It's mostly bad for like forts and factories. Factory output also scales with province value, and so does lab value. I think. No, it doesn't anymore. So build barracks. There's what you train troops, and then you just click them. They're instant right now, but when the game releases, they won't be. All right. I'm in deficit. Hold on. I'll explain troop controls in a little bit. So we have 500 troops. Now to open diplomacy panels, you can either click one of their provinces or click and then click their flag, or you can right click. Just right click them. And now that you're here, justify a war, annex, you take all their land. You can also get special war goals as certain countries like Hungary, Romania, and Serbia, which is pretty cool. I'm going to go over basic troop controls. You can drag to select multiple, or you can just click on them. If you hold shift click, then it lets you select multiple. So if I do this, you can see. Yeah, and then you merge them by moving them close there. If you don't want them to merge, you can select them and then press T, and then this NM appears. That's no merge. So when I move them close to each other, they won't merge, but if I turn back off, they will. And then Y is for auto capture, but it doesn't work if you're not at war. You press C, it deselects every troop, and you press X, it disbands and refunds you in half. If you have a lot of money stockpiled, you can probably afford to build a lot more than you need, because right now there's no debuffs. So you declare war, same way you justify it. Walk up to their armies when you have war, slime them out. Right now you can kind of just siege stuff by running onto a bunch of different provinces. As you can see, auto capture is working here. They're probably gonna occupy us. AI is very basic right now. They don't know how to defend themselves, so don't worry. Boom. As soon as you succeed, annex war costs 90% occupation of the value. So in order to capitulate Denmark, you don't have to invade Greenland or the Faroe Islands. You just have to take over this area because there's no tax value in Greenland or Faroe. So you just win. Okay. Now we can just disband our troops because we have plenty of money available. As you can see, if you right-click Belarus, they have Russia as an ally. switch between the two. You can also view how much money they make every month and how many provinces they have, as well as their rank. Rank isn't very important right now, but it will be in the future. You can also press this button to see provinces, but don't do that. It's player. And if they're a player, then you can do this. Otherwise, they'll always deny it. Yeah. Anyways. Now, oh yeah, you can go to this page here. Via territories, you can release stuff. And you go to missions. This is where you do all your missions. If you hover over it, it tells you what you get in the description. And this little thing here tells you what you need, like own all Lithuania and Poland. And there's also Unite Europe. One of the decisions that every country has is take a loan. So you can take a loan, get some money, and have to pay it off over time, which is pretty cool. I think I can beat Beller. Let's just go for Estonia. It's not required all of their provinces for the mission, but why not? So that's basically all you really need to know to succeed. There's also, factory buildings and forts, which cost $3 monthly to upkeep. When you're standing in a fort, you get bonuses. I'll show you how to enable invade in a second. So, cook these guys. Actually, I can do it now because they have islands. Need you guys dead. I guess I'll in this video say defeat Poland. Form Poland, Lithuania. Okay, so when you move across water, your boat is super slow, and then it gets super fast, and then you just get off. You have a 50% combat debuff. You have this T, which pops up when you just got off the boat, so don't get off the boats. Lesson learned. There goes Estonia. We're quite lethargic. Got all the Baltics. 1, 2, 3. Alright, now we can probably take out Belarus. If you just kill them before their ally gets there, then you annex all of them, and their ally will have nothing to do with it. So what I recommend doing is just blitzing them like this and trying to avoid their armies. So just stacking up a bunch of troops. By the way, if you're not at war with somebody and you step in their land, then you need to take attrition. Okay, Russia's going to deploy in Petersburg, which is fine. We just blitz through Belarus. Yep. They're going to auto-capture Russia, actually. And then we win. Yes. Cool. Alright, we've got quite enough money to fight the Polish. Oh yeah, when you've just annexed the province, it takes up here. You can't build anything or tax it up. It's never. Another strat I've discovered is you can just tax up a bunch of crappy provinces. This works really good for Greenland, and then you can be very difficult to capitulate. Unintentional bug, by the way. Why are these little islands 3 tax, by the way? I don't know. I made the game. I don't know. So as you see, I just devved up all of my 1 tax. The cost is exponential, by the way. So this costs 400 now. Now it costs 800. Now it costs 1600. Yeah, that's no fun. Alright, I'm gonna save up some money and prepare to invade Poland. Fun challenge. Play the game upside down like this, by the way. Yeah, try that out. Oh, that's actually disturbing. So we're just gonna plot down a trillion troops here, even if it puts us in deficit. I don't really care. Actually, really fine. It's justified to annex Poland. We're just gonna go into debt. That's fine. Oh crap. Okay, our entire army's about to get slimed. Please, please get out of there. Quick, get out of there. Okay, never mind. They lived. Oh, well, I have no money, so I can't do that. Whatever. Poland is getting destroyed. We're just gonna split our troops in half, speed it up. If you have more troops that sieges provinces faster, by the way, and forts make it harder to siege stuff. They don't just give, damage bonuses. So there. Now we can go to missions. Claim this. And we're not a Lithuanian-Polish union. That's fine. And now we have another mission. Important missions, part 2. Right-click it, and it shows you. If it says armed either player, acquired provinces. Europe also has this. So you can right-click it and see what you need. Same with this one. All of these provinces are required. We just need Ukraine, really. Yeah. And Russia, we're gonna have to fight. So let's get to it. I can't do that. It's not integrated. Prepare massive. Okay, well, you can't cancel queues right now. It's fine. Oh, I'm number 2? Okay, so I can be... Okay, well, this is just a lie. I am not making 113 a month. I'm quite possibly losing that much. I go ahead and justify in Russia while I'm working here. Well, I'm just gonna blitz for Ukraine. Oh, well, that was easy. Alrighty, we got those required provinces. It's actually merged anyways. How did I... Okay, well, I ended up with less troops. Just gonna split to a gazillion troops here. Just slide through southern Russia. Alright, now we just chill, win, and then we can form the Commonwealth, which is cool. There we go, we have succeeded. Let's just delete all these troops, we don't need them anymore. Boom. Commonwealth. Very cool. Now, my favorite thing to do, well, we got a decision here. So let's just give this part of Eastern, Western Poland. Now we can just do all this. It's fun. Why is... Oh, Poland did... We're just the Commonwealth in Lithuania. That's funny. Okay. Yeah. So that's how you play my game. Goodbye.